Everybody, welcome to video 6 of the New Runners Need video series. In this video, we're going to work on propulsion techniques, we're going to work on rhythm, we're going to work on spring, and we're going to work on your efficiency so that when you're running, you are getting the most out of your activity. First exercise we're going to do is we're going to go over the kettlebell swing. If you are unfamiliar with the kettlebell swing, I recommend you look at some tutorials. You can go to the tomswells.com website to look at the hip hinge. But it's important that you have that requisite of a good hip hinge with load before you add ballistics. So with the kettlebell swing, we're going to do a two-handed swing to start. We're going to tilt kettlebell towards us. Feet are anchored. Lock those shoulders in, take a sniff of air. And you're driving through the hips. When we run, propulsion is done through the hips. Anything we do is through the hips. So we want to make sure that that's the dominant muscle group that's creating the movement. If you're comfortable, you can go to a one-arm swing. Now there's some rotary control here, okay? Really important that you are still moving through the hips and the kettlebell doesn't pull you sideways too much. So as I come up, I'm really locking this in before the kettlebell pops up. All right, and if you're doing it right, you should be able to flip it. Kettlebell just floats. Okay, next up we're going to grab a mini band and we're going to put this around the knees. We're going to work on some lateral, forwards and backwards hopping. Now the point of the band is to expose or exaggerate any weakness that might be occurring when we're in single leg stance during the stance phase of running. So we're just going to do some light lateral hops, toe heel. Okay. Pause, go. Okay. You can speed it up if it looks and feels good. And then we're going to start adding some forwards and backwards. So you go lateral, forward, back. Lateral, forward, back. Okay. We want to use the foot like a spring. Okay. So most of the weight will hit the forefoot before the heel comes down. Now don't stay on the balls of the toes because you can start to bang those up and cause some tarsalgia. You're going to simply here, and we're just trying to be as efficient as possible. Use the arms, create rhythm. And the last exercise we're going to use to pull this all together to create some rhythm and some posture, we're going to use the jump rope. Now when we are measuring off the jump rope, we want it just inside the armpit so that we get a good length. It's a great teaching tool and a very self-limiting exercise because if you lose posture, if you lose rhythm, and if you get sloppy with your movement, it will teach you very quickly. So very simple, 2 feet, nice tall posture, find that rhythm. Okay. And as I'm doing this barefoot, you can try that, but it will teach you a harder lesson. You can move to single foot. As you start to find your rhythm, you'll start to feel how to naturally become efficient with your body, accepting weight into the ground, coming back up. Especially, it will carry over nicely to running. So you're using that forward momentum and that spring in the lower extremity to continue your momentum forward. I hope this video series was helpful for you on your running journey. If the exercises in this video did not help or clear up some of the dysfunction, you may need a further assessment. Feel free to message me, reach out to my office. I'd be happy to help you out, do a further assessment, and create something a little bit more specific for you. Take care.